Hi, my name is Gretchen Hedke. I'm an attorney at the adoption law firm. If you are a foster parent who is trying to complete an adoption after termination of parental rights has been granted, I'm going to walk you through the post-TPR adoption process. First, when the court grants TPR, they will typically grant permanent legal custody to the Department of Human Resources. After the 14-day deadline to appeal has passed, the department will schedule an adoption placement meeting with you. Second, at the adoption placement meeting, the department will provide you with several documents. These documents include the adoption placement agreement, the department's consent to adoption, certified copies of the Termination of Parental Rights order, and both a pre- and post-placement home study. The department may also provide you with what they call a non-identifying background summary, which they call NIBS, which the department creates in order to determine whether the child is eligible for a subsidy. Third, once the adoption placement meeting is completed, the next step is to file the adoption petition. The adoption petition will typically be filed in the county where you and the adoptee reside. Fourth, the petition must comply with all of the requirements listed in Alabama Code sections 2610A-16 and 2610A-23. Fifth, along with the petition for adoption, you will need to submit other documents, including the department's consent for adoption, the pre- and post-placement home studies, and the child's birth certificate. The department will often have a copy of the child's birth certificate, but in case they don't, you can request another copy from the Alabama Department of Vital Statistics. Sixth, once the probate court has received all of the required documents, they should set a hearing within 90 days. At the final hearing, the probate court will determine that all of the requirements of the adoption code have been complied with and that the adoption is in the adoptee's best interests. 7. After the final hearing, you will receive a final decree of adoption that states that you are the adoptee's legal parents and will provide the adoptee's new name if you chose to change it. 8. At this point, the adoption is complete. But wait, it's not over yet. You're going to want to get a new birth certificate for the adoptee. Oftentimes, the probate court will send the required documents over to the Office of Vital Statistics, the certified final decree and report of adoption. You will then need to submit an application for a birth certificate post-adoption, which is called the HS-88, as well as payment. 9. The Office of Vital Statistics will process your request and will issue you a new birth certificate listing the child's new name and your names as the adoptive parents. And 10. After that, you can take the new birth certificate to the nearest Social Security office to register the child's new name and get their Social Security card. In Alabama, the adoption code must be strictly complied with. Failure to comply can result in a delay of the process or affect its validity. And getting a subsidy is not always straightforward or possible. An adoption attorney can help. We will be up to date on all the legislation and can help you get through and comply with all of the requirements of the adoption code. This should be a happy and exciting time, but it will also be a busy one. We can help come alongside you and try to ease some of the stress of this adoption process. I'm happy to assist you in any way that I can. You can reach out to me at the adoption law firm. I hope to hear from you soon.